What's up humans and all the other creatures in the world, it is David here, and in today's video I just wanted to talk about the law of attraction. If you search for the law of attraction on YouTube, you will find thousands of videos that explain how to use it for your own benefit and for your own good. But today I just wanted to share with you some stories that prove that sometimes the law of attraction can turn against you. I do believe that we humans are equipped with the universal creating power which can help us achieve our goals, but sometimes it can also help us manifest our fears as well. So I'm just gonna share with you two little stories to tell you how the law of attraction messed me up a little bit. So the first story happened between me and my best friend. Basically, I was going on a trip and she asked me to bring her some wine. But just before my trip, we had a little bit of an argument. So she was telling me that, oh my god, I hope this wine bottle is not gonna break in your suitcase, because then you're gonna be mad at me again. And there you go, you said it. So I went on my trip and I received the wine bottles because she already pre-ordered them, so they came in a cardboard box. And I was already really anxious about how to arrange it in my suitcase not to break them, because I didn't want her not to get her wine, but obviously I was afraid of my clothes and my personal stuff. But then I came back from my trip and we opened my suitcase and girl, guess what? We just smelled red wine instantly, and red wine was all over the place, okay? I was really lucky because the cardboard actually soaked up most of the red wine, so my clothes didn't get so winey, if you know what I mean. But still, it was like full of red wine, and I felt so sorry for her that she didn't get to taste this wine, but then it was the law of attraction, you know, because she said it out loud, so kind of like it got manifested. And I'm not saying it was her, because actually, to be honest, I was also pretty anxious about not to break these wine bottles, so I was like thinking about it a lot. And you know, the universe doesn't really know the word no, so even if you say like, I hope you break these wine bottles, or like, I hope you don't break these wine bottles, for the universe it's kind of like the same. And what I learned from this story is not to tell your fears out loud, because then they can get manifested. And the second story I wanted to tell you was about my previous roommates. So basically I was living in a flat share, and this flat was provided by my company, right? So it was the three of us boys. And we had our own bathrooms and everything, so we had our private space, but we had to share the living room and the kitchen. And one of my good roommate, he left because he went back to the UK, and then it was only the two of us, and we were like really afraid who's gonna come in his place, and I really wanted my friend to move there, but my company was unfortunately pretty strict about this kind of stuff, so they told us it's impossible for me to bring my friend and that they're gonna assign someone. So I was like, oh crap, you know. But I tried to keep it positive and I tried to hope for the best. But my other roommate, he got like quite anxious about who we're gonna get, and then he just like kept thinking about it, and every time we met up in the kitchen he brought this up. And basically he was like pretty particular of which nationalities he doesn't want to live with, and I'm not gonna mention these nationalities because this would sound a bit racist. So just imagine that he was like telling me like, I don't want to live with fairies, I don't want to live with mermaids, I don't want to live with elves, you know, like this kind of stuff. And then he was like pretty particular about mermaids, okay? So he was saying that I don't want a mermaid roommate because then she's gonna bring her Xbox and then she's gonna play Xbox all the time. She's gonna bring her mermaid friends and then they're gonna smoke and all this kind of stuff, you know? So he was like really particular of what he didn't want. And as I said before, the universe doesn't really know the word no, I don't want this. So even if you just keep thinking about it, you can attract it. So one day I just came home and guess what? My new roommate arrived and she was a mermaid with her Xbox in the living room. And there you go again, you said it. And this story also proves that things can get real if you really think about them. So I just try to encourage you guys and myself as well to just like let it flow and don't be anxious about things. And also I have my fears and worries all the time, but I just try to not to say them out loud, you know, and not to write them down at all. Just to give you an example, I'm often afraid of car accidents, so whenever I'm driving, I'm like, sometimes I think about like, oh my gosh, imagine like having a car accident like right now, you know? But it's just so bad to think about this kind of stuff. So I immediately try to reprogram my brain and like just reassure myself that okay, I have my seatbelt on, I have airbags ready, and then I imagine my car to be like protected with a blue light, and that blue light protects me from car accidents. So if I can just give you an advice, even if you have like anxious thoughts and fears and you can't stop them from being happening because you can't really stop them, then just try to always reassure yourself with a positive note, you know what I mean? Just to like the total opposite of what your fear is, and then I think you'll be fine. But I'm really curious if something similar happened with you before, so just please let me know in the comments down below, and also hit the subscribe button and the like button if you learned something new from this video. And I'm planning to make also a video about the positive effects of the law of attraction, so make sure to subscribe and you will see that video in the future. So yeah, I think at this point I said everything I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I see you in my next one. Bye!